Welcome to the Annapurna Circuit, one of the world's most iconic trekking adventures. And over the next few minutes, I'm taking you on a virtual journey through Nepal's majestic Himalayas, where every step unveils jaw-dropping landscapes, unique cultures, and unforgettable moments. In this video, we'll cover the highlights of this trek, which takes you through diverse terrains, from lush forests and terraced hillsides to rocky alpine trails. Our journey will lead us to the stunning Manang Valley, with its rich traditions and picturesque villages nestled beneath towering peaks. One of the trek's most exhilarating moments awaits us at Thorong La Pass. Standing tall at 5,416 meters, it's one of the highest trekking passes in the world, and crossing it is both a physical challenge and a profound experience. Along the way, we'll marvel at the Annapurna mountain range, with giants like Annapurna 1, 2, and 4, and the majestic Gangapurna, each of them soaring above 8,000 meters. It's a landscape that humbles and inspires, surrounded by serene glaciers and towering rock faces. The Annapurna Circuit isn't just about natural beauty, it's also a cultural journey. We'll meet local communities whose way of life has been shaped by these mountains for centuries. From the warm-hearted locals in the villages to the spiritual tranquility of monasteries, this trek immerses us in the customs, beliefs, and heritage of the Himalayan people. One of the cultural highlights is Muktinath Temple, a sacred site for both Hindus and Buddhists. Here, amidst the barren beauty of the Mustang region, pilgrims and trekkers alike find a sense of peace and reverence. So if you're ready to explore one of the world's most breathtaking treks, come along. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's start this incredible journey through the Annapurna Circuit together. Our journey begins in Kathmandu, the vibrant heart of Nepal, where we take a microbus to Bashisahar, then hop on a jeep heading to Chame. The drive itself is a journey through mesmerizing views of terraced fields, charming towns, and the Marsyangdi River Valley. As we arrived in Bashisahar, we switched to a four-wheel drive jeep for the next leg of the journey. The road from Bashisahar to Chame is thrilling, with intense off-road conditions. Despite the rugged terrain, the landscape and scenery are absolutely breathtaking. After a full day of an intense, winding road trip, we finally arrived at Chame village. Starting tomorrow, our real trekking adventure begins at the base of the majestic Annapurna mountain range. Our trek officially begins today, moving from Chame to Upper Pisang. This leg of the journey rewards us with striking landscapes, lush forests, and awe-inspiring mountain vistas. As we ascend, the impressive Pisang Peak and Annapurna 2 reveal themselves, rising majestically before us. A sight that stays etched in our memories. After an incredible 6-hour trek, we arrived in Upper Pisang, a beautiful village where we'll be spending the night. Another beautiful and sunny day. The trek from Upper Pisang to Manang is one of the most breathtaking sections of the Annapurna Circuit, offering trekkers a mix of high-altitude landscapes, rich cultural sites, and stunning mountain views. Starting early in Upper Pisang, we're immediately greeted by a panoramic view of Annapurna 2 and 3, towering above the village.
Friends, I'm Patri. Your name, please?
Jürgen. And Daniela is there.
Daniela is there. And this video, this video is dedicated to all my spin coaches, Jono, Amy, Amberly, and Joel. You made me do this. Thank you, guys.
Ja, ik ben hier weer met je oom. En we zijn hier weer met enorme mooie bergen achter ons. Hier de Annapurna Circuit. Dit keer ben ik met een mountainbiker. Hij is super dapper gelopen. Hij was een beetje bezorgd rondom het bericht wat je stuurde, want hij wist niet wat het betekende. Maar ik heb gezegd dat jij ontzettend trots op hem bent. Dat hij helemaal hier is en iedereen om ons heen. Dus wij genieten van het uitzicht. Succes in Amsterdam. Misschien zie ik je nog een keer.
The path winds upward through pine forests, where fresh, crisp air invigorates you, and the occasional flutter of prayer flags reminds us of the spiritual essence of this region. As we climb toward Gyaru, a traditional Gurung village perched on the hillside, the route continues with gradual ascents and descents as we move toward Manang, with the landscape gradually shifting from dense forest to dry, arid terrain. We are feeling the altitude more here, as we're trekking around 3,500 to 4,000 meters. Along the way, we encounter shrines, prayer wheels, and chortens, adding to the spiritual atmosphere of the trek. Arriving in Manang, we found a vibrant village with trekkers and locals alike, preparing for the journey ahead. Surrounded by dramatic mountains and with the promise of acclimatization days ahead, Manang is the perfect place to rest, soak in the views, and immerse ourselves in the beauty of the Annapurna region. Good morning from Manang village. We're at an altitude of 3,519 meters, and today's all about acclimatizing to this elevation. Staying here will help our bodies adjust to the altitude and get ready for the trails ahead. We're starting with a visit to the stunning Gangapurna Glacial Lake, then a tour around Manang village, and we'll end the day with a hike up to Prakan Gompa, where we'll receive a special blessing. First stop, Gangapurna Lake. Just a short walk from the village, this glacier-fed lake is an incredible sight. Look at that color, a vivid icy blue. This lake gets its unique shade from the minerals in the glacial meltwater. Now let's explore Manang village. This place has a fascinating blend of Tibetan and Nepali culture, and its traditions are closely tied to the rugged mountains around us. Spending time in this village is a great way to experience Himalayan life up close. Plus, it's an important way for our bodies to adjust gradually to the altitude. Next, we're hiking up to Prakan Gompa. It's a challenging climb, but the views up there are absolutely worth it. This climb might leave us out of breath, but it's part of the acclimatization process. At 3,900 meters, Prakan Gompa will be one of our highest stops today. We made it to Prakan Gompa. This monastery is known for its peaceful atmosphere, and visitors come here for blessings before trekking higher up the Annapurna Circuit. Manang has been incredible, but it's time to push further into the mountains. Today's route will take us through alpine meadows and past yak pastures as we climb higher towards Yak Kharka. As we ascend, we'll notice the vegetation starting to thin out. We're leaving behind the lush valley and moving into the more rugged, high-altitude terrain. At this altitude, hydration and steady pacing are key. Each step brings us closer to the clouds and closer to Yak Kharka. We're moving into yak country now. Yak Kharka actually means yak pasture, and it's common to see these animals grazing in the area. These high-altitude pastures are ideal for them. We made it to Yak Kharka. At 4,050 meters, this spot is more than just a resting place. It's an essential stop to help us prepare for the higher altitudes ahead. Yak Kharka is a remote and quiet place, but it has everything we need to rest and recharge. The next couple of days will take us to even higher altitudes, so we're taking it easy here and soaking in the peaceful atmosphere. Good morning from Yak Kharka. We are going to start our today's trek to Thorong Phedi, one of the most crucial legs of the Annapurna Circuit. After resting and acclimatizing here, we're ready to tackle the final stretch before crossing the famous Thorong La Pass. The trek from Yak Kharka to Thorong Phedi is around 5 kilometers. But don't let the distance fool you. This part of the journey is no walk in the park. At these altitudes, every step feels a little heavier and the air a little thinner. We're climbing from 4,110 meters up to 4,540 meters, where Thorong Phedi awaits. The scenery here is something out of a dream. Along the way, we pass through landscapes that change from grassy meadows to rocky trails. Occasionally, you'll spot yaks grazing and mountain goats leaping across the cliff sides. It's humbling to be surrounded by such rugged beauty, reminding us how powerful and raw nature can be. With every step, the thin air reminds us that we're approaching 4,500 meters. Altitude sickness is a real concern here, and even the most seasoned trekkers are taking it slow, drinking plenty of water and keeping an eye on each other. The trek requires mental and physical strength, but it's also about pacing yourself to enjoy the journey. Finally, we arrive at Thorong Phedi. This little haven is where trekkers rest and prepare for the big day ahead. Here at 4,540 meters, we'll be staying overnight, fueling up and adjusting to the high altitude. Tomorrow we face the final challenge, crossing the Thorong La Pass, the highest point on the Annapurna Circuit. Today we're taking on one of the most challenging and rewarding days of the journey. Our destination? Muktinath. But first we'll be ascending the formidable Thorong La Pass, sitting at a staggering 5,416 meters. Our first challenge is getting from Thorong Phedi up to high camp. This steep ascent of roughly 400 meters serves as a warm-up, though at this altitude, every step is a struggle. Trekking poles are a must, helping you balance and save energy on the rocky path. After hours of climbing, the trail flattens as we approach Thorong La Pass. Standing here, at 5,416 meters above sea level, you feel both exhilarated and humbled. This is the highest point of the Annapurna Circuit, and one of the most celebrated trekking passes in the world. Wind howls as we take in the views, so vast they seem to stretch to the ends of the earth. Surrounded by prayer flags and snow-capped peaks, we pause to catch our breath and take photos, cherishing this once-in-a-lifetime moment. From here, the descent is steep, and although we're grateful for the downward path, the challenge is far from over. The knees take a pounding on the rocky terrain, but as we descend, the oxygen levels increase, making each breath a little easier. As we approach lower altitudes, the landscape begins to change. Snowy peaks give way to barren hills and arid, desert-like valleys. This is the gateway to the Mustang region, otherworldly and beautiful in its own rugged way. After around 7 to 8 hours of trekking, we finally arrive in Muktinath. This sacred pilgrimage site is revered by both Hindus and Buddhists. Pilgrims come from all over to bathe in the 108 holy taps, believing it will purify their sins. There's a powerful sense of peace here, a fitting end to a challenging but unforgettable day. We may be weary, but our spirits are high. Completing Thorong La Pass is a testament to the human spirit, a reminder of the strength we carry within. Thank you for watching our incredible journey to the Annapurna Circuit. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. See you in the next video. Namaste.